It's early evening, and away from the bustle of rush hour traffic dominating the damp streets around Covent Garden, Neal Wilkinson is sat in a cafe discussing drums over a cup of tea. He's here to talk about his long and diverse career, but the clock is ticking and trying to cram 30-plus years of professional playing into 30 minutes is hard, especially when your subject is bursting with insight and great stories. But is any minute due to go and bash through 2 hours of Carole King classics at the Baroque beautiful Aldwych Theatre down the road? Wilkinson has held down the drum chair on the award-winning Beautiful musical now for 2 years, so naturally, out of an initial conversation about Kenny Clare, the two Ronnies, Verylyn Stevenson, and all the other great pro-MTV and pit players of the 60s and 70s, it's her first point of discussion. I think being in London and part of a scene that I've always been involved in, being able to read charts and cover a lot of styles, you're sort of ripe for the picking for a West End show, he says. When I got the call to do Beautiful, I was still waiting to find out news on a potential James Morrison tour. The contactor asked how I felt about doing a West End show, and at first I got that sinking feeling of, no, I don't want to do a show, until she told me it was Carole King. Then I thought, hang on a minute, this could be quite nice. What was meant to be a great gap filler until things kicked off again with Morrison turned into something a little more long-term when he and the rest of the singer's touring band received an email saying they were going to make some personnel changes in the group. In effect, I was fired, and Beautiful was kind of a lifesaver, he remembers. But what it also meant was I was back in town, and not on the road, which enabled me to pick up on more sessions again. Flipping between doo-wop rock and roll, breezy soul, gospel and even a bit of bassy style swing, Beautiful is a dream gig for any drummer, especially one as versatile as Wilkinson. Often straight after a daytime gig or session somewhere, he plays up to 8 shows a week in a small soundproof room below all the action on stage, adjacent to the rest of the band coming through loud and clear in his cans. The music is incredible, he enthuses. I remember when I first saw the pad, it was like looking at half of my record collection. I'm a huge fan of the whole Laurel Canyon scene, Carole King, James Taylor, Jackson Browne, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Joni Mitchell, so in a way, I felt like I could just walk into the gig, take my jacket off and just play. Right? Double quotation mark. Of course, having a love and understanding of the music you were playing is one thing, but how does he keep things fresh when he's essentially playing the same charts night after night? If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe.